evening, everybody. Ted Darling here, and welcome once again to Hockey Night in Canada.
They were getting rattled out of position. Even Dryden was playing left field on one fly ball, and he dropped that and pretty near cost him another goal.
For the past 7 years now, the Vancouver Canucks and our West Coast crew have been part of the great tradition of Hockey Night in Canada.
So I think Montreal will win the Stanley Cup, but if you'd like a long shot, the Islanders.
Good evening, I'm John Wells. Welcome to the Northlands Coliseum, where there's always special interest when the Maple Leafs come to town.
John, I'm a nervous wreck.
So am I, Dave. So am I.
Marlies was right winger Paul Bordelot. He was taken by Vancouver on the second round of the draft.
For them, the future's now. They have to win some games and put people back in this building.
Bob, I think the club has improved so much defensively. It's actually incredible. Since Brassel's come back from the minors, he hasn't lost in his last 9 games.
It's very, very important that they get the lead on the power play. Not only will it help them to get ahead 2-1, but it's going to help their confidence because their power play really stinks right now.
Hopefully I'll be able to make the odd comment and observation that'll help the telecast, and I'm looking forward to working with you again, Dick.
I play defense myself, and I like to watch all the defensemen. I like to watch Tim Horton for Toronto, and I really think a lot of Terry Harper in Montreal.
That's made entirely of plastic?
Yes, fiberglass.
And, oh, I see, fiberglass. And does it bother your vision, or what are the drawbacks to it?
I don't know whether anybody's going to hear us, so certainly let me extend very sincere congratulations. Thank you very much, Junior.
Really where for you? Well, it's a little town, St. Jacobs. It's just north of Kitchener. I played all my minor hockey in Elmira, Ontario. Maybe some people know
from Maple Leaf Gardens. And here's Foster and Bill Hewitt.
With the score, Chicago Blackhawks 2 and the Toronto Maple Leafs 1.
Here are tonight's 3 stars, selected by Scott Young. The first star, Bob Fulford of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
The referee tonight is Wally Harris, and here with the play-by-play is Bill Hewitt.
Okay, Brian, and we're all set to start. There's Bernie Perrant, who is starting in the nets.
The puck is dropped. Kelly up to Fulford. Fulford gets it up to Armstrong. Armstrong waits, takes the says go!
They have the best defenseman in the National Hockey League in Dennis Potvin, and they have a real coming goalkeeper in Glenn Resch. So I think the Islanders, balanced with their captain, Eddie Westphal, and their coach, Al Arbor, could go on to win the Stanley Cup this season.
The control and the setup by Orr, we might have lost sight of that, the fact that Esposito got his 72nd on a great shot.
Tell us why the Bruins are in front 2-0.
Well, I think the main reason, the fact that Jerry Chavers has played tremendously, has just been like a third defenseman out there, clearing the puck, helping the guys in the corner and getting it back up to them.
Well, Bobby, your impressions and observations of that period? Ward, I think that the only way that the Leafs are going to beat the Red Wings in these games are contain them in the first period.
Canadians are so good. If they play their game, I think they'll beat them tonight.
Okay, Bobby, we'll be looking for that. So, Mickey, with not too much offense, can we say something positive about the defensive aspect of the play of these two teams?
I think we can to a certain degree, Danny. Both teams have done a good job of killing penalties.
What do you look for in this 1987-88 season?
I think they can move up in the standing. I think the trade they made with Chicago, getting Al Secord and Ed Olczyk, certainly has given them the size up front.
But now Gary tells me golf is in the past, and it's all hockey.
Right, Bob, and Brophy, he's coached in every league except the National.
I think it's safe to say we saw a pretty good first period. Yes, we did. Quite a bit of finesse, but if you believe the papers and everything you see in radio or hear on radio and see on television, you think this Boston club are winning on just brute strength.
Well, people lose sight of the fact that the most important thing a team can do is how they play when they haven't got possession of the puck and how they take the other team out. Now, look at Clark here. Right here, he gives it to Keon pretty good. Now, he sees Van Imp, and fortunately, little Davey sees that big orange streetcar right there. But look.
Let's not forget, until the Oilers win that 4th game, they're still the world champions.
Give us a little hockey lesson on the Telestrator.
Now, Tonelli, watch this down the wing. I didn't think this guy could motor like this. All right, slow it down. Tonelli has to be attacked right here. You can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. Stop it. And it's right back in the corner, and who picks it up again? Holy jumping, it's got to be Bridgman. Bridgman should be on the seat of his pants.
The story from out west has to be the coaching of Roger Nielsen. The key, he had the Vancouver Canucks playing within their capability.
Baloney. They all check. Every line that comes on the ice, they check. They will not beat themselves. They got unlimited patience. Nobody plays better behind the blue line than they did. They'll nickel and dime you to death. And you know what offense, the greatest play they got? They shoot the puck at the net.
The Chicago net.
He passes it into the corner. J.C. Tremblay. Tremblay getting set for a pass. Over to the point it comes to Bobby Russo. Russo closing in for the shot. He shoots, he scores!
Were you a youngster that always thought or dreamed of a broadcasting career, or is it something that came along later on? Well, I was always interested in sport, and I played one class of it once over lightly, but I never thought I'd ever be paid for broadcasting.
Jeffrey on, Moore, Marshall, Johnson, Plant, Blake, and you see Tom Foley with Mr. Selke.
The time of the unexpected, the time of the upsets, and I'm sure in the playoffs this year we're going to have our fair ration of upsets.
Boston 4, Montreal 3. Lafleur coming out rather gingerly on the right side. He gives it into Lemaire, back to Lafleur. Oh!
Danny, what about the new season in the National Hockey League?
Well, Dick, I think the playoffs last year indicated that.
Finally up on the right side, Ellis. Ahead to Sickler, he winds up. Oh!